In 1966, a bold new television series took humankind into the final frontier of space. Star Trek became a worldwide phenomenon that has endured for almost 30 years. It inspired a hit motion picture and several blockbuster sequels. Then came Star Trek: The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. With groundbreaking special effects and stories of hope for the future, these two television series are seen in more than 75 countries. Now, the time has come to continue the Star Trek legacy.
Report.
Every ship which has approached the Ribbon has either been destroyed or severely damaged.
I take it the odds are against us and the situation is grim.
You could say that.
Sounds like fun.
Warp 1, engage!
Action!
The movie event of the year comes to the screen in Star Trek: Generations, the ultimate action-adventure from Paramount Pictures.
I have an appointment with eternity, and I don't want to be late.
The film is the culmination of the Star Trek saga, bringing together elements of the past, present, and future.
Yes!
Patrick Stewart and William Shatner star as captains of the Starship Enterprise, two men from different time periods, drawn together to battle an evil alien, played by Malcolm McDowell.
Did you get anything from the human?
No. His heart just wasn't in it.
Set a course for the Viridian system, maximum warp.
Generations showcases the latest in state-of-the-art special effects. For producer Rick Berman, the appeal of the film lies in the strength of its characters and the scope of its story.
I've always been fascinated with stories that start in one century and then stop and then pick up in another. And we have a story that I think is somewhat epic in quality because it spans 2 centuries. It's a story that takes place in many different areas of our galaxy. It's a story that deals with 3 different men who are thinking about and or seeking immortality in entirely different ways. And it's a story that has a tremendous amount of humor to it.
Humor! I love it!
And a tremendous amount of action as well.
Let's go!
The major story deals with how we regard the time that we have here on this planet and what we leave behind us, which has a very strong emotional content.
Come back with me. Help me stop Soren. Make a difference.
Who am I to argue with the captain of the Enterprise?
The chemistry between Stewart and Shatner is at the heart of the film. Director David Carson worked closely with the pair.
They're tremendous together. Patrick and Bill are great actors, and they fired off each other and brought the scenes that they're in to great heights together.
You're a Starfleet officer. You have a duty.
I don't need to be lectured by you. I was out saving the galaxy when your grandfather was in diapers. Besides which, I think the galaxy owes me one.
For me, the joy of working with Patrick means that in addition to having some fun on a movie, even in this rarefied atmosphere, I've made a friend, and that's equally important to me.
Hear, hear.
We have to work together.
We are working together. Trust me.
Go. Good luck, Captain.
Call me Jim.
The Enterprise crew includes a distinguished group of supporting actors, including Jonathan Frakes, Brent Spiner, LeVar Burton, Michael Dorn, Gates McFadden, and Marina Sirtis.
Data, over here I found something.
The story of Generations is a classic tale of good versus evil. At the center of the conflict is an interstellar phenomenon called the Nexus.
We created a different environment that we call the Nexus, which is where all of one's dreams and imaginings come true.
I love you, Father.
I love you too.
Aren't we all addicted to that? Wouldn't we all love that? No hassles, nothing. To go to the Nexus, Nirvana, you know, to go to Shangri-La. No stress, no strain, of course. And this character is obsessed. He's had it once, he wants it again.
They say time is the fire in which we burn.
The doorway to the Nexus is an immense energy ribbon. To create this effect, the filmmakers turned to the special effects wizards at Industrial Light and Magic.
Most of these effects are happening entirely in the computer. With computer graphics, you really have a much greater level of control, and you're really free to visualize anything you want, and that's where the fun is. The main computer graphics effect in this film is this energy ribbon. We didn't want it to be lightning or fire. We wanted it to be something completely otherworldly.
The effects team utilized cutting-edge techniques to visualize the Nexus ribbon, beginning with a variety of grids and movement tests. The base element is the energy core. Layers of detail are added, from colored reflections to winding neon tendrils.
We have these tendrils of energy that flow and churn around it. They can draw things into it, starships or planets. One of the things that we hope to do is we hope to take this starship right into the heart of that energy ribbon so you can see all the stuff going around it and really feel like, my God, the ship is going to be destroyed.
The Enterprise is rendered separately on a computer, and a flight path is plotted for the ship. Finally, 15 separate elements are combined to achieve the one-of-a-kind encounter between the Enterprise and the Nexus. Another of the film's key effects is borrowed from the television series. The holodeck is a virtual reality device that allows the crew to journey anywhere in time and space.
Computer, exit. Although objects appear solid on the holodeck, in the real world, they have no substance.
In the television series, the characters traveled from Victorian England to the Old West. In the film, the Enterprise crew uses the holodeck to board an 18th century ship. This scene was shot off the Southern California coast.
Our first week was spent on an old schooner called the Lady Washington, and we were all in period British naval garb with the tri-corner hats and the wonderful big epaulets. It was a chance to go out to sea with your friends for a week and wear wild costumes.
It was not pleasant the first couple of days because some of us don't have our sea legs. I might be called Marina, but I was misnamed because I'm not really of the sea. I was feeling very poorly for the first couple of days and had to get past that.
From the cool breezes of the Pacific Ocean, the production moved to the remote Nevada desert. There, they filmed a pivotal confrontation between the starship captains and Dr. Soren. Miles from civilization, this location doubled as the planet Viridian 3.
This is one of the most spectacularly beautiful and dramatic locations I've ever filmed in. The whole place has a feeling of somewhere where human beings have no right to be. It's entirely alien, and I mean no pun by that.
This area of the desert is appropriately called the Valley of Fire, where cast and crew spent more than a week shooting under grueling conditions.
We're looking at pretty well a sheer rock face here, and even sheerer on the other side. And for 4 days, we've been on the very summit. The only way that you can achieve the summit there is going hand over hand up a rope. And every single member of the cast and crew has done that every time we got up to the summit.
Hey, Mark. And action!
The dangers of working on the precipice are made worse by the desert heat. It is over 110 degrees and shade is at a premium. The crew, numbered at over 50, is crowded on the tiny rock. The slightest slip could mean disaster.
Okay, here I come.
As filming progresses, the wind kicks up at a relentless 50 miles an hour, increasing the risk as well as the actor's discomfort.
And if I'm not too much mistaken, you're dead.
For Shatner and McDowell, staging the dangerous fight sequence was a challenge.
I've done a lot of fights, but I've never been on a rock like this. I mean, this is scaling the heights of fights.
At a height of over 200 feet, and under the scorching sun, the actors shed their heavy costumes to block out the complex scene.
Can I say one other thing that'll really help this?
Given the circumstances, there cannot be enough rehearsal.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Fatigue is an enemy. total denial is the only way out. You just deny that you're tired. I'm not tired.
Because of this burning hot sun, I am beginning to turn the color of this suit. In 6 days, if you're around, we'll probably be like a piece of burnt toast on a plate.
Cut! Very good. That worked great. Terrific.
Even under the most adverse conditions, the cast and crew found humor.
Come on, come on, come on, come on! I'll snuck you with my bloody gun.
Comedy plays a key role in the film itself.
Live in the moment. Do something unexpected. Get it?
Actor Brent Spiner plays the resident android, Data, whose humor develops over the course of the film.
There is an evolution of the character. I mean, the character's been sort of gradually evolving from day one. I have not been behaving like myself lately.
No, Data, you haven't. You've been behaving like a human.
I was fortunate that they allowed me to kind of go in a lot of different directions.
Can you find a way to scan for life forms?
I would be happy to, sir.
Life forms. You tiny little life forms.
In the role, Spiner is required to wear special makeup and contact lenses.
I was in makeup at least, 15, 16, 17-hour days in the stuff. And I literally forgot what I looked like.
Creating a look for Data was one of many challenges for Academy Award-winning makeup artist Michael Westmore. He also supervised the makeup design for hundreds of other alien creatures.
Human females are so repulsive.
I enjoy my work. In fact, my wife, she sends me off to Camp Star Trek Monday through Friday, and she gets me on the weekend.
Is that bad or what?
I don't know of any other makeup artist that has had the opportunity that I've had to create so much.
Along with the makeup, the visual magic of Star Trek includes massive sets, high-tech gadgetry, and stunning special effects.
The bridge and a couple of other sets were gimbaled, so they would actually shake. So the sets shook, we shook, the camera shook, the soundstage shook. The chairs exploded. There were ejection seats built in. It was fabulous.
In one of the film's most spectacular special effects sequences, the crew of the Enterprise faces off against the evil Klingons.
Fire at will.
What do we know about that old Klingon ship? Any weaknesses?
To shoot this ultimate confrontation, several models of the Enterprise were built. The effects team spent months constructing replicas ranging in size from a 4-foot miniature to a 25-foot fully operational model.
We're building a lot of new things for it. We're doing some pretty intricate paint jobs on these ships, and we're doing lighting to try and bring a lot of detail to it. Because the Enterprise will be 40 feet across, and we want it to hold up and really have a lot of nice detail on it.
Begin separation sequence. Full impulse power once we're clear.
What's going to happen if the ship's getting shot up? Eventually they're going to separate the saucer from the body, and as the saucer accelerates away from the body explodes behind them. And the explosion from the body makes the saucer go into the atmosphere of the planet.
Helm controls are offline!
To create the effect of the Enterprise penetrating the planet's atmosphere, the filmmakers used a motion control camera.
How's that?
By shooting multiple takes of the miniature, they are able to add new elements to the shot. The process begins with a blue screen background, which is replaced by a black matte. Additional passes capture the exterior lighting of the ship, as well as the interior lighting. The final shot adds the planet's surface and a rim of fire.
Attempting to level our descent!
To achieve the crash on an alien planet, the effects team constructed one of the largest landscape miniatures ever built.
this has to look really big. So of course we want to build the model as big as possible. It's 100 feet long by 40 feet wide. We started with a basic substructure of plywood. Over that we sculpted these foam mountains. We laid carpeting over the set, and that gives us the nice kind of rolling hill effect. As far as the dressing on the top, we're using a variety of things. We found this fluorescent green paint that's used to mark streets, and we use that to paint a lot of the green hills, which to your eye look way, way, way too green, but on film, it looks great.
All hands, brace for impact!
For a dramatic shot of the saucer flying directly at the camera, the filmmakers had to devise a way to capture the action without destroying their equipment.
The camera needs to be directly in the path of the ship, so we're placing a mirror in there to get a virtual viewpoint that's right in the path of the ship. We'll plow right through here, smash right through the mirror, and we'll get our shot.
All right, here we go, folks. Standing by, please. Everybody's on your marks. Stand by! Roll cameras. And action!
We got a really nice piece there. Boy, real dramatic, right into camera.
From high-tech movie magic to the fundamental clash between good and evil, Star Trek Generations is the ultimate passport to adventure.
Star Trek is a phenomenon.
That's it!
It's a big action-adventure movie.
The show is basically modern mythology. It's a show about hope for the future and for mankind.
Scotty, keep things together till I get back.
I always do.
But we've got a tremendous group of people together and a wonderful story.
Every aspect of the feature has been appropriately big. Fire. And I'm delighted to see it because there's no other way that you could approach a next generation movie.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see it.
Experience the adventure of Star Trek on home video. The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, the TV movies, and the feature films. All these exciting Star Trek titles are available at your local Woolworths, so beam on down and start collecting today.
In a distant corner of our galaxy, a secret observatory is attacked. A brilliant scientist is found, and a mysterious ribbon of energy where past and future collide is unleashed.
It's a doorway that we call the Nexus.
Every ship which has approached the ribbon has either been destroyed or severely damaged.
Obviously, they were looking for something. There's still no indication of why they attacked the station.
I must return to the observatory immediately.
There's nothing I can do.
Timing is very important in my experiment.
What the hell's he doing?
I have an appointment with Eternity, and I don't want to be late.
Soren doesn't care about weapons or power. He just cares about getting back to the Nexus.
The star is going to collapse in a matter of minutes.
That'll destroy everything in this system.
Population?
230 million, sir.
Why would he destroy a star? I have to stop him. But I can't do this alone. I need help.
I know someone who can.
You say history considers me dead. Who am I to argue with history?
You're a Starfleet officer. You have a duty.
I don't need to be lectured by you. I was out saving the galaxy when your grandfather was in diapers.
Now, the torch of adventure is about to be passed.
Eliminate them.
Klingon vessel decloaking directly ahead, sir.
Target their bridge!
Fool disruptors!
Let's go!
Bridge, we have a new problem!
All right, let's move them out. Let's go. Take them out.
10 seconds to warp core breach.
All hands, brace for impact!
Let's try and cheat death together.
Warp 1, engage!
Star Trek Generations.